reason that this class over here has never did anything to get this class off its back, because this is lower, this is upper, this is the oppressed, this is the oppressor, this is the exploited, this is the exploiter. And these people in this class have divided themselves. They say, I'm black and I hate white people. I'm white and I hate black people. I'm Latin American and I hate hillbillies. I'm hillbilly, I hate him. So we fight them all.
Being around some really influential males, I had some really good training, so to say, and I did a lot of different rites of passage that would keep me from, heading in certain directions. I mean, I had plenty of options, and the only thing that separates a good decision from a bad decision is a choice.
Yeah.
So we've all been in those situations, but I mean, I personally, as a matter of fact, for the people that are, going through whatever they're going through on the block and whatnot, they always look at me as like a medium.
Right.
Like
There's nothing wrong with it.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Like I remember one of my good friends, he got into some beef with another young dude on the block, and the first thing he did was come to me, like, yo, I know you neutral, so like. I want to chill with you for a minute to clear my head, get my mind right. And at that point, I felt right there like I was embracing manhood. Like I was embracing fatherhood. I don't have any children.
Okay.
But in saying I was embracing fatherhood, it's like, I'm not putting money in anybody's hands or, doing anything like that. But my presence was enough to make another young man feel like a safe haven for him, for his own self and his own actions.
For him to think.
Yeah, that's a good
Right. But now we've gone from just, I don't want to get in trouble, to I'm having issues with the law, or I'm having trouble finding a job, or, I don't read that well, or I can't talk to nobody else. There's a sexual thing going on with me, brother, and I need some help. You're scared to do things like that, but when you put yourself in a position for another man to see that there's no judgment.
Right.
I got you. I'd rather help you than hurt you. Life works a lot easier. Exactly.
Society puts men, especially black men, in a situation where expressing feelings is like showing weakness.
Yes.
And when you show weakness, you become
vulnerable.
prey instead of the hunter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of aspects just in society that it's difficult for men to be men.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
One question I have, not to cut you off, is, we're three black men talking, right? Do you think that this is a black male issue? Do you think that this is a male issue?
Pronounced in our community. It's more pronounced in our community. I think in other communities, swept under.
Yeah.
If the son is weak, the father covers for him.
Exactly.
In our society, the son is weak, he's gonna be called out. So that's what I think, and I see that from generation.
Well, I think also, he said that he was born up in the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
I was brought up in the 80s.
And me, I was 65.
He was brought up in 65.
I'm
Now,
older.
if you go back, now this timeline is really interesting between the three of us. It was like a single parent boom in the 80s or something like that. I'm not sure what it was. Maybe it had to do with the crack era. I really couldn't say. But
Which affected both sides, male and female. It tore the
definitely
families
affected
apart.
both sides. But then now you come to the 90s and the 2000 era, where we have a whole social media inclusion, where there's so much access to the outside world that there's nothing paid attention to the dichotomy of the relationship. So that's why people aren't staying in marriages anymore. That's why people aren't even getting married, because there's so many choices and so many options out there, as opposed to sticking it out. Like people back in the 60s, 50s, they might have been married for 30 years.
So you say, what is it with us? Why aren't we able to sustain?
Well, I'm taking it back to what you said about we've been structurally designed to break apart.
It's a mental thing, yep.
You know,
Okay.
so if even though my grandfather comes from a background where he tried to keep the family together throughout the course of history, that same mentality can come back into any generation. And in my father's generation, he was the one that was like, nah, I gotta get out of here. I can't do this. Like,
Right.
I need to make my move out here and live my life this way.
Right.
You know, y'all are gonna be all right because I'm still around, but I'm just not in a house. You know what I mean? So, and then my father just passed away January 31st of this year.
Sorry to hear
And
that.
I spent more time with him in the hospital the past 6 months before he passed
Right.
than I did in my entire life.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
You understand? But then in talking to him and getting into his mental, it was things about his mother. Because you notice I said my grandfather was around.
Right.
My grandmother was not. So that mental issue that he had with his mother not being in the house passed on to him.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So it was like, okay, well, I never really discussed this issue with my mother.
Okay.
How you abandoned us and left us there with this man to raise these kids
Right.
and never look back.
See,
And
that's what I
that
said at the
mentality,
beginning. Is it always us?
that mentality passed on to him, and he did not think of her as his mother at all. And that led him down the path where if it was easy for her to just abandon me and have a whole separate life without me,
Right.
not that I want to do it, but she made it seem like it was okay to do it.
Okay.
You understand? So when he did it to us, it was okay because he felt like, well, I didn't do it like her because at least I'm still in your lives.
Right.
Hypothetically.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
But it affected him. And then in turn, it affected me and my brother.
Gotcha.
Now, my brother, he may have taken my father's abandonment as, you abandoned us, I'm not dealing with you. We good. Till his deathbed, he was like, I'm good.
Okay.
And then when he passed, he was like, I'm here. Which was cool.
When it makes no sense, we got no government here. Why the good people get sick and then they disappear? Mind control causes aspects of physical fear. When the tears of God rotating in subconscious fear. Corruption causes oppression for this mental war. Carry my hammer like Thor. The power from the mind cracks the floor. It's evident that even our currency circulation is controlled by dead presidents.
I think that it's important that we take a stand. I mean, we all have something to lose, but then there's so much more to gain.